Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mississippi Association of Coaches annual convention. And it wouldn't be fitting without starting with our good friend Richard Russo, who's worn a lot of hats with the Mississippi Association of Coaches. Coach, first of all, North Panola High School, I know you're excited about your team this year. Before we get there, you and I are the same age, so I'm okay saying this. Obviously, changed from when you first got into coaching football. Now you're a head coach. You've been a head coach at a couple of stops. What are you looking to learn from this coaching convention maybe that you didn't learn when you first got here?
Well, this is my 25th annual clinic. I know you didn't want to say the age, but I've taken something from all 25 back to better our program for our student athletes. It's all about the kids. So if you can learn one or two things to better your program, whether it's philosophy or X's and O's, then it's well worth your time.
You know, almost every coach that sits in this seat over the last couple of years has said relationships are key. I know that's big for you. What are some of the hats that you've worn here at the Mississippi Association of Coaches, and what are some fond memories you've had at serving in those committees?
Well, fond memories first. I can remember the very first clinic. Coach David Cutcliffe of the University of Mississippi stood up there and said something that I still use this day: "Stop and think card." So that's kind of neat. I progressed on. I've always been a member, and in 2014, I joined the board of directors. And then in 2020, they asked me to be the chairman of the football committee. So we're in charge of getting the speakers. We're in charge of electing all-star coaches. We do a lot.
You and I talk a lot, leading up to the convention. You've had some pretty good response over the years from some coaches that have come and spoke. Who are some familiar names that people may not think have been here at this convention speaking in years past?
Coach Nick Saban, Coach Les Miles, Coach Heifel at Tennessee. We've had just a bunch of good ones.
It's a great opportunity, I think, not only to network but to learn. I think the younger generation, I think, can learn a lot from not only people like you, but from some of these veteran coaches. What are some breakouts that some different organizations, or breakouts, I guess you could say, that people can look forward to at this year's convention?
This year, the committee really asked that we focus on high school coaches. So we got a ton of Mississippi high school coaches, a ton of Alabama, some from Tennessee, Arkansas. So really a focus on high school coaching this year at the clinic.
Each year it feels like, as I had a conversation with a friend that's in coaching a moment ago, it feels like this convention gets sooner and sooner every year, and I think a lot of that is just our age. What draws you to football?
Football is one of the last places on earth that's hard, and it teaches manliness and toughness. There's a lot to be said about the character of a young man on the 1 yard line going in or trying to stop them from going in. I think it's the closest thing to military that you can get in a non-military world. I think there's an attack on masculinity and manhood in the world right now, and football is one of those last lines of defense.
A new challenge for you this year, North Panola. I know you're excited. We talked about the schedule a little bit ago. Ready for fall camp? You excited about the new challenge?
Absolutely, absolutely. The kids are hungry for hard work, discipline. They want to restore the roar of Cougar Nation. They've been working hard. I got hired on March 20th, and we hit the ground running. We had a great spring. We're having great summer 707 and workouts, so I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Coach Richard Russo, head coach at North Panola High School, their head football coach. We'll have more from you for you here at the Mississippi Association of Coaches Convention here.